2K20, 2K20 Season 1, Episode 55, All-Star Game. This is super fly. It's the All-Star Game, y'all see it.
Hassan Whiteside is a force on the court, and Mr. I'm going to get my 2K rating up is also pretty good on the sticks, too.
He was brushing up on his 2K skills over the summer at the NBA 2K20 pre-launch party.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an...
Bruh, I'm guarding James Harden, y'all, bruh. It's lit.
Incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
There with Irving, then there's Embiid, then it's Simmons, and it's LeBron in at the small forward position.
And fans and celebrities alike have this.
Oh, now that's an all-star dunk. That's why he's here.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
Now here's Harden. Takes the three. And Simmons with the rebound. And from early in his high school days, you heard about Ben Simmons. Many project an all-star caliber career in the NBA.
Size, athleticism, and a court sense that remind many of LeBron James. There can only be one king, but Ben Simmons has a chance to one day assume the throne.
Offensive rebound. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Embiid, the shot, no good. So the East All-Stars will... with David Aldridge reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, I got a chance to talk to Brett Brown. Now, he was modest. He thinks the success he's had as a coach is because of the players he's gotten to work with this season. He said, I'm surrounded by talent. Guys who actually have to go out there in the court and get it done deserve the respect. And, Kevin, this is why so many of his players respect him.
All right, thank you, David.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
Durant drawing the double team. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Here's Smooth. The shot will not fall. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, I love the unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open Antetokounmpo, make sure you get the ball.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. Leading by 5. Embiid, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets the shot go uncontested.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Here's Smooth, guarded by Harden. Embiid, the pass to Smooth, hammers the alley-oop through.
You know, one thing you got to love about Embiid is how unselfish he is. I mean, he's pretty good at spotting open teammates.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Knocked away. And here's the break. Here's Smooth. And then jammed down as he goes right over Jokic.
Yeah, I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
Now the feed to Harden. And Harden hit the stop.
And, you know, this is something Jokic does extremely well. He excels at finding the open man with quality passes.
He wants that one from way outside. And it's 13 points for Smooth.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Smooth.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness.
And how about all these dunks? I mean, this game's been a complete crowd pleaser, no doubt.
I know. I'm loving it. These players are really strutting their stuff tonight. Showtime.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. And LeBron James, the most accomplished and influential player of his era. It almost goes without saying that he's a fixture in the All-Star game.
A multiple MVP of the All-Star game with his explosive dunking ability. I'd put his All-Star highlight reel up against anybody.
Here's Smooth. Oh, that was terrific.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
Down low, Harden. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. And it's 7 points for James Harden.
So fun watching Harden operate inside near the rim. I mean, his confidence level is high, and he does a really good job getting ideal position.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Now here's Simmons. Harden missing his last shot. A three-pointer off the mark. Outside Leonard. To the middle. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now, here is Harden. He has 7. Giannis dishes to KD. Here's the teardrop.
Yeah, good energy and awareness that time by Embiid to deny that shot.
James in the post. Leonard's there, and yes, it's good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Well, let's say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
Now, here is Harden after LeBron James's miss. Durant kicks to Harden. Unhindered, going all the way.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the East All-Stars. Down by 12. Here is Harden. 9 points in the game so far. Launches a three. The shot, no good. Now the West All-Stars the other way.
Well, he's definitely got a shoot-first mindset right now, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and that's not always endearing to your teammates, if you ask me. I mean, this is a game where everybody wants a piece of that spotlight. It shouldn't just be about him.
From deep. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Smooth, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
New players in now for the East. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Davis is checked in for Joel Embiid. Paul George comes in for Simmons. And it's Oladipo in for Kyrie Irving. And the East All-Stars call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Smooth.
There's really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul.
Yeah, I'm going to pretty sleep.
I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but
so
it certainly doesn't justify
I'm
it.
sorry, bro, but
Even then, it's just not a good play.
Smooth checked in for the West. Now here's Prez. It's blocked. Here's Vucevic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any sign of slowing down.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
I'm going to take over again, versus I'm in Dopey coming in.
And here is Prez. Another steal. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. George trying to break free. Got that bucket in no time at all. 35 points for Smooth. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the West All-Stars.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Now, here's Oladipo. Here's Smooth, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Boy, that's outstanding court awareness from Oladipo. Head up and found the open man.
Now Prez shoots. It's hauled in by George.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. That is all-star basketball at its best. The alley-oop run to perfection.
Come on, Prez.
And here are the East All-Stars now.
No, Jason.
Prez.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
Fast break. Here they come. Here's Butler, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, sometimes the athleticism of Butler just too much for the defense. Sometimes you have to simply resort to giving up the foul on that drive.
And Jimmy Butler, the 30th pick in 2011. Before his rookie contract was up, guys, he played in his first All-Star game.
And one of the game's true grinders. Butler has earned the respect of his peers through his fanatical dedication to his craft. And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was at its finest.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a
You cannot
as
go
far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Vucevic trying to get open. Lillard misses.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys. But if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
George looking around. Floats one. Second chance effort. Here's Smooth. It's good from long range. Smooth's got 44.
And 2 teammates there hooking up on that bucket. Always a little bit of an advantage to have guys out there who know each other.
It sure is. I mean, it eliminates some of that getting to know you feeling out period. Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Oladipo, the pass to Smooth. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Prez. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. And Damian Lillard, accustomed to being overlooked, that hasn't stopped him from being outspoken, asserting his all-star credentials.
And playing in an age of elite point guards, there's plenty of competition, but he's never shied away from the challenge.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Drummond's checked in.
Come on, Prez, guard it.
Here's Smooth. It's all in by the East All-Stars. 109 left in the first quarter. And finished off by Prez.
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one would be worth some points in the dunk contest.
Here's Smooth. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Smooth's got 48.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Here's Smooth. Non-stop scoring machine here.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
He's with the ball, trailing by 19. Lillard left side. It's rebounded by the West. James has got 4 rebounds in this game.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Anthony Davis.
Hey, Prez.
No one near Prez as he lets it go. And the 3 off target. And he lobs it up toward the rim, up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Boy, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
And so it's the West All-Stars in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action after this word.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
On the court right now as the second quarter starts for the West All-Stars. They've got Drummond. Paul George is out there with Smooth. And it's LeBron James. And it's Davis in at the 4.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. And Anthony Davis, the #1 pick in 2012, and he's right at home in the All-Star game setting.
And he dropped 52 points in that 2017 game. Naturally, he brought home that MVP award. Not a lot of defense played that night, but again, he did get 50-plus in a regular season game as well.
Smooth checked in for Irving. Here's Smooth. It's blocked. They recover. Drummond passes to Smooth. Yep, it counts. Smooth's got 52 points.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
George trying to break free.
Boy, LeBron's vision is second to none, and his decision-making just as good. Slick pass there.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Prez with the ball. Looking at James and finished off by Prez.
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one would be worth some points in the dunk contest.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Come on, Prez.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Lillard outside. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. A big group substitution here for the East. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Vucevic. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Butler. James Harden, he's checked in for Lillard. And it's Kemba Walker in for Prez. 6 to shoot. Back to Walker. Shot from free throw range. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Walker has such an excellent feel. He does a nice job recognizing when to shoot it from there.
And it's Davis with the jam.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
A nice shot by George.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
Harden, that's good.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for him so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And here are the East All-Stars now. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Jokic has checked in for the East. The West also making some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Drummond. Ben Simmons comes in for Davis. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Smooth. And it's the West All-Stars ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Lowry finds Simmons. Shoots over Walker. Here's Embiid. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of...
Yeah, watch this. Wait.
This time out.
The East making a switch. Perez is checked in. Smooth checked in for the West.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, and that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. They get a hand on it. Dishes it to Perez. And finished off by Perez.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
And here they come. Here's Smooth. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
Here's Perez. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. Pass to Harden.
I'm gonna take over you, y'all. See, I'm in the
Here's the one to Perez. And stolen by Simmons. George passes to Smooth. And the rejection by
No, I was calling for alley-oop, stupid.
Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's effective in rejecting shots, bothering shots, and stealing the ball.
The three. Drills it from outside. 69 points for Smooth.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
Leonard with the steal. Passes to Harden. Over in the corner, Perez. And finish off by Perez.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball. With
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
That's like
And
the
a deep
sound
three
of
from
flushing the
Perez.
toilet.
And Embiid pulls it
That's
down.
like the sound of the toilet.
Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
There's the pass to Perez. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Perez has got 26.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
The three-pointers right on target.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Oladipo against Harden. Here's Perez. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. He's got 29 points.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got his 3rd assist on the night. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. He kicks it to Oladipo. To the inside. Here's Smooth. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
It's blocked. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. Durant's checked in for James Harden. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the West. Irving comes in for Smooth. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. And an intentional foul right there. Smooth checked in for Irving. Durant dishes to Perez. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Smooth passes to Gobert. And the layup is good. Gobert's got his first bucket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Giannis dishes to Perez. Left side Durant. Over Oladipo. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Giannis has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Like that creativity down in the paint. Antetokounmpo showing you how crafty he can be scoring from there.
Got that one up quick.
You know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He sees this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
To the paint. Here's Perez. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 3rd assist on the night.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Outside Leonard. Basket counts. Leonard's got 7 points.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
The West All-Stars have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. A big group substitution here for the East. Vucevic, he's checked in for Jokic. Jimmy Butler comes in for Leonard. Damian Lillard's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And Trae Young subbed in for Perez. Pushes it down to finish the break.
And he has his fingerprint all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
But my takeover you, y'all. So
1:44 left in the first half of the game. Poke loose. Here we go. 1-on-1. And it's George finishing it off.
I tell you what, mind-blowing experience when you look at Paul George as a dunker. This guy makes alley-oops look easy.
George has gone 3 for 4 here from the field. And Paul George, an all-star from his 3rd NBA season. He has been a fixture.
A true superstar. Make no mistake about it. Offensive highlights and defensive brilliance. PG is the real deal.
Young passes to Vucevic. Young outside. Back to KD. They need this. Over Oladipo. And nothing but hair on that one. Here's Smooth. Boom. He jams it straight down.
Oh, that's great TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty. And he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Young taking his time here. Lillard from outside. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. KD's got 4 assists now tonight.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Gobert, the pass to Smooth. Again, the West All-Star.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
3-pointer, Lillard. Gobert pulls it in. Here's Smooth from outside the arc, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. West All-Stars out in front, just dominating this one. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. What a showing tonight. A sold-out building is where the action is happening. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The West putting on a show in that first half. And that's exactly what the All-Star game is all about. So much talent on the floor for the Western Conference this year, and they're putting it all to use. The East in danger of getting their doors blown off if they don't turn things around in a big way in the second half.
Well, when it comes to a shootout, the Wild West is what it's all about. These guys scoring punches. Really hard to match up with. The East has tried to put up a fight, but they don't really have the same level of talent as you've seen in the first half.
We know the Western Conference roster is filled with superstars, not just all-stars. But the best of the best in the East aren't going to just go down without a fight. I think the East needs to be a little bit more physical and probably work a little bit harder, and the second half is going to be fun.
And it's just about time now for the 3rd quarter to get underway.
And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
3rd quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the East All-Stars, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Antetokounmpo. He's out there with Jokic. Then it's Harden, and it's KD in at the 2 guard.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Jokic trying to free himself up. Off target at the rim. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Smooth. That shot off. Good work defensively by Harden.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And Harden takes a lot of pride in being a hard matchup, a tough cover. I mean, He takes no time in shooting once he gets the pump.
Smooth, good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown.
Bro, why don't you take
Appropriate for the
that?
occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it.
Ooh, no.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. A three from Leonard.
Well, the quickness of Paul George on defense is something that very few players possess. I think he does a fantastic job rushing guys because of his presence.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Inside. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by KD. Durant's got 5 assists in the game. George passes to Smooth. George against Leonard. Pass to Smooth. Here's Capella. Sinks that one from the post. Capella's got his first 2 points of the night.
Sheer power there from Capella. Not an easy guy to contain when he's going up with the shot.
Here's Smooth, guarded by Harden. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
So for the West, Embiid, he's checked in for Capella. James comes in for George. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Victor Oladipo. One-on-one here. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Good on both. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And here's Harden. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. James Harden, one of the most feared scorers in league history. He gets buckets every way you can imagine.
And the beard, known for his fearlessness, attacking, contact, and working himself to the line. I like the restraint he's shown in the All-Star game, relying more on his long-range accuracy to fill up the scoring column.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the West.
Well, I tell you, it's a treat watching Harden play. I mean, he's so fluid in his shooting form, but he's also sensational driving inside and a capable passer as well. This guy's got it all.
And he commits the intentional foul. Smooth checked in for the West. Now Durant. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Jokic passes to Harden, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his man.
Oh, boy.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown, appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
Got a piece of it, and they double up Giannis. Harden outside. Pass to Durant. Puts it up. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Smooth. That 3 off the mark.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Harden, no good.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Smooth's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Fast break points, the edge goes to them, and those quick buckets are easy money. I love to see that.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Hey, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
LeBron with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's Smooth. Yes, that's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 4th assist in this one. Harden surveying the D. Here's Giannis. The West All-Stars pull it in. Here's Smooth, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Harden outside to the inside. Antetokounmpo.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Smooth, guarded by Harden. Can't cash in from close range. The East All-Stars on offense. Nobody near Leonard. Connects from three-point range. Leonard's got 10.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the three ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jokic. And it's Kemba Walker in for Kevin Durant. Griffin kicks to Harden. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Drummond's checked in. The West All-Stars on D. Giannis left side. Outside, Walker. Just 5 to shoot. Let's go. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
Oh, I tell you what, in these sets, it's hard to know how to guard Kemba Walker. Quick, crafty, and lethal with that shot. So good at taking what's in front of him.
Count the basket.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
To the paint. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 7th assist here tonight.
You know, Walker isn't afraid of getting into the paint and going for it. I mean, he's fairly clever for a little guy down there.
Passes it to Smooth. Again, the West All-Stars.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. And there's the pass to Leonard. Outside, Walker fires from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Walker's got 9 points.
And Walker always shot ready. This is why you can't lay off of him, especially when the ball's going towards him.
Irving against Harden. To the middle. Here's James. And James throws it down.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
And here's the fast break. Throws up. And James throws it down hard.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies. Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. There's Walker with the 3. It's rebounded by the West. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
And it's Harden with the ball for the East All-Stars. Griffin dishes to Harden. Here's Walker. West All-Stars with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Irving passes to Smooth. Embiid against Walker. And that one is good.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their pass.
pass. Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Irving looking over the floor. Takes a three. And LeBron James with the three. James has got 7 points for the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And the rejection by LeBron.
LeBron, one of those players who gets fired up by defense as much as offense, and that block going to put a major bounce in his step.
Back to Giannis. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Embiid.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Butler, he's checked in for the East. Damian Lillard comes in for James Harden. The West also making some changes. Gobert comes in for Embiid, and it's Ben Simmons in for Kyrie Irving.
Phenomenal timing that time, guys, from Simmons. I mean, leaving the ground once the pass was released and then tearing the basket almost out of the glass.
1:49 left in the third. Walker's shot is off. And so here are the West All-Stars. Down low, it's Solomon to Kumbo. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. There's Walker with the three. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Here's Butler. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Vucevic comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Prez is subbed in for Kemba Walker.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Here's Butler. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Tell you what, you cannot let Butler get loose in these fast break situations, Kevin. I mean, he's too quick and too smart in the open floor.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And, guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
Pass to Vucevic. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. That's a two from Lillard. The East All-Stars check on two more.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Smooth passes to Gobert. Inside, here's Smooth. Here's Drummond. Pass to Smooth. On the wing, James. Clock at 6. Drummond trying to get himself free. James with the bucket. James has got 9 points here in the second half. Pass to Prez. There's the triple. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine, was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And so it's the West All-Stars holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Come on, Prez. I get you, Prez. I got you.
Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented, as always, by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And we welcome you back, the biggest stars of the league.
Thank you, Prez in here.
are putting on a show here at the All-Star Game.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
On the court for the West All-Stars, Oladipo is out there with Lowry. Then it's Paul George. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Capella in at the four-man position. Lillard against Oladipo. And Butler launches from deep. Rebounded by Capella.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the West All-Stars.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
Prez, no good. It's Gobert with the ball for the West All-Stars. Count that bucket. Smooth's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Now here's Prez. Tight defense on him. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That is his first foul of the game.
No, bro, put Prez back in the freaking game, stupid.
Trae Young, he's checked in for the East. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. The turnaround Jay, it doesn't go for him. The West All-Stars will go the other way with him. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Oh, that's a real nice-looking deep three ball there.
To the paint, here's Vucevic shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And you look at Vucevic, and his tenacity goes up the closer he is to the cup.
He put Prez in the game, bro.
Defenders try to match his level of physicality. More times than not, results in him going to the foul line.
KD's checked in for Blake Griffin. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth.
Just waiting. All right.
Now, here is Young. He's guarded closely.
What are you doing?
Kicks it to Lillard.
Wow. But why don't you fouls?
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
It's good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And it's clear he's been a little out of control here tonight. The refs clearly have their eyes on him, and that's number 5.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Prez has checked in. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so here are the West All-Stars. They played a great fourth quarter defense, allowing only 3 points. To the inside, Lillard, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Lillard against Oladipo. Launches it. Hits the three-point bounce.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Durant for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The putback, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Baseline try will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Prez. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Prez has got 39.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
You got to have some guts and guile to take it to the bucket strong despite the big fella standing in the way.
We hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits of participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall I think it's pretty solid.
Here's Smooth. Capella trying to free himself up. And the free ball is good.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Lillard outside.
I know I make a splash around here.
Now here's Butler. And here we go. Here's Smooth. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
Back to Young. From the corner. They get it back. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And that's about maximum range for an alley-oop, guys. It's got to be.
That's just crazy. Absolutely nuts.
And how high did he have to go to make that catch? Scintillating.
He sinks the 11-footer.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Feeds it to Capella. And he can't jam it through.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Kevin Durant has hoisted that All-Star MVP trophy.
One of the most effortless scorers you'll ever see. He's had some big games on the biggest stage. I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Walker's checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Smooth. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Here's Walker. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Smooth. And Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
That free throw good from George.
And if you want to talk about the best two-way players in the NBA, George's name would be high on the list for sure. I mean, that's the kind of presence he has at both ends of the court.
Walker's shot is off. And so here are the West All. Off target from outside. Young against Oladipo. Shots good from Young. Young's got 4 this quarter.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
Here's Smooth. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 9 assists now tonight. And Walker's got the ball here for the East All-Stars. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic, because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Oladipo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Trae Young. And Victor Oladipo, the number 2 overall pick back in 2013. But through his first handful of seasons in this league, it didn't seem like stardom was assured.
Yeah, you know, I think playing alongside Russell Westbrook at OKC helped open up his eyes. The next season in Indiana, he broke through to that all-star level. You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
That's like the sound of the toilet. That's like the sound of the toilet.
Outside, Walker to end the run. Good work defensively by Capella.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Drops in the tray.
Controlling the defensive glass has been a problem here tonight.
Big difference in second chance points, and that makes it tough.
Outside, Butler. Clark, for a while now, you and I were just talking. We've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance, and that's important in the strength of a league.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
Smooth. And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And the tradition in honor of just being invited to play here, let alone receiving honors of All-Star Game MVP. Just tremendous. In fact, one could argue we had a couple great candidates here, but he deserved it.
No, Perez Gardner.
From deep. Kept alive.
Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
Boy, you can get a lot of momentum by getting a timely offensive rebound. They've had more than their share.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's West now. And that one is stuck right through.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Throws it up high. Got a piece of it. And it's blocked. But they get it back. It's the outside fadeaway.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Outside Griffin. Here's Prez. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 4 assists in the game.
And this is why Griffin is so valuable to his team. Always willing to share the rock.
Kicks it out to LeBron. LeBron is doubled. To the middle. Gobert, the pass to Smooth, and it's blocked. They get it back. 3-on-3. And there's the feed to Young. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of the air. Here's Smooth, and the refs are going to rule that
Hey, y'all, that's a flagrant foul on him. He got a flagrant foul.
Unnecessary contact. It's a
he got a flagrant foul, yo.
Flagrant one foul.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put his opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
Come on, Perez. Why don't you do a
strong
flagrant
divisions,
foul?
and
Too
there are
hard.
weak divisions, and the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether, having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that.
After this,
Just the schedule
All-Star
accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent. But I think that could work.
Here's Prez from outside off the mark.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
That's my team.
Capella kicks to LeBron.
This was the greatest team I drafted.
And Oladipo
but I
has
want
it in
the
the
Prez
corner.
on my team, though. So
Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Bro, why you not give me the ball? Lethal.
Shoots over Walker. Here's Smooth. He trades it as the shot clock ticks down.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Shots good by Walker.
Walker's savvy, his creativity, I mean, the touch on that floater up high. Man, that's sweet.
And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. Wasted no time on that one.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly
Bro, why
on the
don't you
same
give me the
page.
ball?
And the officials into the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're up. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure they needed this timeout, quite honestly. Perhaps a water break.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Vucevic trying to get open. Banked in off the glass.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Here's
No, Kim Walker, bro. I swear to God, if you don't shoot that ball right now.
Walker from deep three-point range, but they'll get another chance. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our all-star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
Look at all these. Snatch that ball out your hand. Wait. Prez had, Smooth had 36 dunks. Dang. 20 steals, 12 assists, 5 turnovers. Prez had 41 points. Alright, y'all, we out of All-Star Weekend now. It's time to go against these teams. The Memphis Grizzlies, the Knicks are so sweet. Control. If If y'all just go man like and subscribe to the channel. Oh yeah, I forgot we can spin that wheel. Oh, shit, boy. You never go lose that All-Star game, boy. Already drafted my team, yo. Get this team. I wanted Perez on my team, but don't worry, y'all. We at All-Star weekend now. Now we can go against the teams. Now me and Perez back on the Lakers team, so it's lit, yo. I'm saying, I can't wait for them playoffs to come. I can't wait for the playoffs to come. It's lit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do better in the playoffs. We is gonna do better in the playoffs. So, you know, we're gonna do better in the playoffs. Y'all know that. I know. That was fun. Yeah. And feel money. Gotta go spin that wheel. You know what I'm saying? Hey, right here, boy, I got Knicks, boy. I got Knicks. I'm Knicks. Can I get some VC, boy? Let's see. Can I this time, bro? Come on, give me some VC 2K. Let's go. Got some VC, boy. Yeah, finally I get some VC, but finally. If y'all just go, man, like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so you know just to upload, and go follow me on PS4, yo, at Tonio 112593. Peace out, love y'all. See y'all in my next video.